Right, good evening, councillors. Good evening, members of the public. This is a meeting of the Standards and General Purposes Committee. My name is John Ward. I am the chairman of the committee, and we are live streaming this meeting. Fiona, could I ask for apologies? Sorry, Louise. First apology from me.
Thank you, Chairman. We've received apologies this evening from Councillors Baker, Gale, Gray and Marriott, and the parish co-optee Stephen Reynolds.
Thank you very much. Minutes of the last meeting on the 6th of December. Are there any errors in fact, or is it your wish that I sign them? Agreed? Thank you very much. Going down my agenda paper quickly, without wishing to preempt you, Louise, I understand there are no declarations, no questions from the public, and no questions from members. Is that correct?
That's correct, Chairman.
Thank you very much. So let's move into the agenda item. Review of the remits of the overview and scrutiny committees. When we set these up, we were very clear that we were doing them as well as we could at the time, and there were likely to be changes. We have consulted with the chairman of the overview and scrutiny committees, and they have requested that this change is made. I sincerely hope that the committee here will agree, but I don't know if the monitoring officer wants to say a few words.
Thank you, Chairman. Just a few. I hope it's fairly straightforward. We've been operating the two overview and scrutiny committees on the basis of the remit that was agreed by full council in October 2021, and that was when the council resolved to move from 4 to 2 committees. So what you see proposed here is a readjustment of the responsibilities of work between the two committees with the aim of ensuring an equal division of workload between the two. And as you've just mentioned, this has been put forward in line with the discussions held with a working group that was convened, which was comprised of both chairs of the O&S committee, both vice chairs, the leader of the council, and the chair of the Standards and General Purposes Committee. So I'm happy to answer any questions that committee members have. Thank you, Chair.
Members, any questions or statements? Councillor Cllr.
Just very briefly, I'm content to accept that insofar as these two committees are now constituted and given the consultation that's taken place with the two chairs, this is a reasonable redistribution of work. But I would just want to register, and I don't want to rerun the debate we had in council about the number of committees and so on.
Please don't.
But no, I won't. But the fact does remain that this is largely arisen because of a concern about workload. And when you look at this, I have to say, I still think there is a case which I would like us to return to, and this is different from going back to the status quo, for certainly looking at what we're doing in terms of housing. There's clearly a significant workload there, and there's been some difficulty in deciding how this should be divided out. I think it will be useful to actually have a scrutiny committee that had a principal focus in that area.
Thank you, councillor. Any other comments, questions from councillors?
Thank you, Chairman. I think this is fairly straightforward. There's been full agreement with all the consultees, and if there's an imbalance, then an imbalance needs to be rectified, and I think we have done that. And housing does have a strong financial element. There's the housing revenue account, so that was the obvious thing to transfer over. I think we now have a balance, and as Chairman, you're quite right. We started this off and we weren't sure exactly what sort of work would be, levels would be in each committee, and I think we now have a good idea, and this rectifies it. Thank you.
Thank you, councillor. Any more comments? Committee members, may I put this to you that we approve the recommendation as in your papers? Agreed. Thank you very much. There is nothing else to do, so thank you very much, councillors. The meeting is closed.